We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Does my hair look okay?
C'est très joli.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch and
Anti-sex monarch!
the beautiful goddess.
Hello.
And welcome to the Raw Food World TV show. This is by far the best recipe that we have ever created.
You think? I mean, it's up there. It might be the best.
It just sounded really good, Baba. It's kind of like a trailer. It's like, this is by far the best recipe we have ever created in the history. Okay, guys. So what we're making today are crab cakes.
Raw vegan crab cakes, I'll have you know.
I used to like to eat fish when I was not 100% raw, and this was like the one thing I'm like, hey, I used to like crab. What if I went online and looked on YouTube and looked how to make crab stuff, crab cakes or whatever. I did type crab cakes. And I found a recipe there. Her name was Chef Tina Joe. And we're pretty much yanking all of her recipe. It was incredible when I did it. And there's a few changes we made in it too. We always like to take recipes from someone and then try to change it to our liking. And it is incredible. So you should go check her out. I was loving all her videos. I actually joined her mailing list and I still haven't gotten one email from her. Like, this has been a month now.
Oops.
I want more recipes. What am I gonna do? This is what happens. All these raw food eaters, they have these recipes. Everyone signed up and they never send anything. I wanna hear from everybody. That's what we do. We wanna send emails to everybody. Okay. With that being said, thank you for this incredible recipe. We're about to do it. And we made a few changes that we'll also mention here that is awesome. So, before we get started, should we talk about the retreat real quick?
Sure.
I think there's like 2 spots left.
Uh-oh. Maybe not even by the time you're watching this.
Yeah, but we're gonna announce when it's all gone.
It's crazy.
One day. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this meeting started. Okay, so we liked it so much, and our friends liked it so much. What we're gonna do is we're making a lot. So before we just made one little batch. This is like 3 batches worth.
Oh my God.
We got to make this during the retreat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Antonio has to watch this video if he likes it. Okay, the first thing that we got to do is grind these down with this thing, so it makes little shreds. But there's something special about this particular food processor that I really like that takes us to an entire new level that's unlike any other food processor. If you flip it this side, you got the big bimbles, and on the bottom side there's small bimbles, and the small bimbles are crazy good. What's a bimble anyways? You're the one who taught me that word. No. Okay, so we put that like that.
Are these small enough?
Yeah, I already did.
They're big.
So here we go. This is awesome. Watch, guys. Just... Look how miniature it is in there. You know what, guys? I've been telling Angela this for probably 10 years now. Have I known you that long?
7.5 years. Let's make that.
Check it out. If you take a look at Angela's beautiful hands, she should be a hand model. Look how perfect it is. And she knows it.
I've got to insure my hands for $2 million. I hear that's what people do if they're hand models.
They what?
They insure their hands. Like they get life insurance on their hands.
In Ecuador? Or on Earth?
I don't know how many hand models there are in Ecuador.
You said here. What does here mean?
Did I say here?
I thought you did. Maybe I'm just hearing things.
All right, that's that part done.
Well, there's another little step that Chef Tina Joe taught me in her video, which you can go check online. Just type in on YouTube, raw vegan crab cakes. We give these to the horses, right?
Sure. The horses, the horses.
You have to put it on a towel, Baba.
Towel.
But, there's a big but. You don't want to squeeze out the moisture. You just want to get the moisture. That's trippy.
Wow. It is packed.
Dang.
You do not want to squeeze out the moisture.
But you want to dry it at the same time.
You want to kind of drain it.
Right, so you go kind of like this and then like that. Just dry it like a nice one. I learned all my kid terminology like a nice one. All that stuff's from Angela, by the way.
Are we done with this food processor?
I think so. Let's bust that bad boy out of here so we can spread out here.
La la la.
More horse food. Slimy. Okay, so here we go. Rockin' the Chef Raw Tina Joe, who I'm gonna convince, I'm gonna send her a Facebook message to send more recipes out by email. And you can actually go to her website, it's pretty cool. She's like, you could buy, see, we don't give ingredients here, like in terms of, oh, this many cups or that many cups. On her YouTube website, when she did this, she didn't say how many cups and stuff like that, but you can get the recipe on her website for $1.99. She sells the single recipes, which is awesome. So for people who are interested in the actual recipe, they could go there.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't need the recipe. I just did it by intuition. Look at that. You see that? You see it?
Beautiful. It's a masterpiece.
Let's do one more like this. Got another towel here. Okay. So what else, Baba? Next part? I mean,
Yeah.
babe, maybe you could tell everybody real quick. What are these crab cakes?
They're ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
They really are. I didn't even ever like fish or crab. I wasn't into that at all. My mum liked seafood and fish and stuff, but no one really else in my family is that into it, me especially.
Because you like McDonald's nonsense and
Yeah, I was just into meat. But these are ridiculous, whether you're into that kind of taste or not. Like, I wouldn't even think of them as like crab-like, you know? They're just like absolutely just off the charts, like gourmet, ridiculous. Like, they taste like cooked food.
right. It's almost like hash browns the way we make it.
Yeah.
There's a special ingredient that we replace that makes it taste more cooked food like, and then also more like hash browns almost. I could make a hash brown recipe out of this if I just figured it out.
Like, I loved hash browns. McDonald's hash browns were just like, oh my.
Dude, I could just throw like pour hemp oil all over it or something. Okay, let's just do this one more time.
But it's really simple ingredients, and it just tastes amazing. Like,
This.
Yeah. And not McDonald's hash browns.
It's ridiculous. Here, let's.
McDonald's
this
hash
guy.
browns. McDonald's hash browns.
Okay. Whoops. There goes that food processor. No. Okay, so we're still on course with Chef Tina Joe's crab cake recipe.
We have a huge stainless steel bowl.
Okay, this is Brazil nut flour. You just grind it down in a food processor. Ours is a little wet because we keep our Brazil nuts in the freezer and a little moisture got in there, but it's no big deal. This tastes awesome just like this, by the way.
I bet.
And then the crazy ingredient that Chef Tina Joe discovered was the flax, ground flax too, which is a little bit more than that of the Brazil nut powder. This takes it to a level of,
Supremacy beyond.
it's like the bread
supremacy.
taste. Okay, so here we go. We got that. Okay. Oh man, we're gonna need cashews and a blender. Forgot about that part. Okay, so then the next aspect. Does Bubba think she could get cashew? Okay. And then there's a blend tech jug. Okay. The first time I made it, we did it without dill, and that takes it to a whole new level, supposedly. And we only had little baby dill stuff. I would have done like 5 times that amount probably, but I'm just going to throw the dill in. Okay, also, she recommended nutritional yeast. And this, my friends, is the secret ingredient in all raw food recipes that I have discovered. Whenever nutritional yeast is recommended, you cut it out and you replace it with this non-GMO lecithin powder that we carry on our website. This takes it to a level. Lecithin is known to act as a thickener too, even though that's not why it's so good. It takes it to this like cooked food tasting level. It's crazy. And then I also double the amount of. So she said a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast of that in here, but it was more nutritional yeast than that, I think. But yeah, so let's just hook this up. This is what does it. I was making cheeses with this and using this instead of nutritional yeast. That tasted like hash brown. This is the hash brown.
That really tasted like hash brown.
This is kind of like the hash brown. Okay, whatever.
Hash brown.
But this is the secret. This is like a huge amount. This is like if we're going to do a retreat. Actually, we probably need 3 times this amount. I like abundance, guys. I want people to feel like satiated, you know? Like I can't stand when I go to a raw food potluck and then there's like little pieces, there's like 3 dishes and then you're just like starving and you feel guilty because you want everyone to have their part and you're just like, ah. So whenever I had potlucks back in the day, I would just like make so much food when I was in Ojai. Like I would bring 10 durians. Everyone would be ready to throw up by the time they left my place. You remember those days?
What a claim.
Okay.
You won't leave my house without feeling like you're going to throw up.
Seems like a lot because this is such a huge bowl worth of stuff. Let's do more.
I don't know if you said this already, but lecithin's really great for choline, for brain function, especially in, for pregnant women, for young babies, for children.
You take
really
this.
great
Yeah,
to
just
have
open all this.
choline.
This is kelp. She recommends dulse flakes, but we only have whole dulse. This kind of gives it the fishy flavor. I'll do some too.
Oopsie.
And there's a couple more ingredients that she discovered that's awesome in this thing. Okay, here we go.
And lecithin is also really great for dissolving fat and helping you to digest fat. So, in a meal like this, where there's some Brazil nuts or whatever, it can be a good thing to have some lecithin along with it to help the digestion.
Okay, we're gonna need a cashew dressing, so while she's doing that, I'm gonna get this ready, even though there's more ingredients gonna go in there. You're supposed to soak the cashews, and I know people like to dehydrate and soak and stuff like that. I just take it the way it is. This whole entire enzyme inhibitor stuff is nonsense, which I'm gonna do a video on sometimes. If you're gonna grind it, then it's nonsense. If you're just gonna eat them whole, that's a different story. Okay, so what we want to do is just make a simple cashew nut cheese. This is really easy to do. Everybody knows how to do it. You add cashews, lots of lime juice. This is a lot. See, if you put too much in, you can just ruin everything. And then I'm just using wasabi in the name of Chef Tina Jo. Because this is supposedly like her wasabi cashew cheese. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't need to use it. You can use whatever you want. Okay. And I just like to every once in a while come by the camera to make sure we're recording. I'm not losing everything. Okay, good. Here we go. Last time you got scared.
I'm not really into things like wasabi.
But you couldn't even taste it.
Couldn't taste it.
Okay. I think we're going to need more cashews. And we had to add water to that.
So this would be like a really amazing recipe for a party, a wedding, something like that. There's a lot of work, so I don't know if this would be kind of like everyday fare. But like we said, it really tastes like cooked food. So maybe for kind of introducing healthier eating to people who are a bit skeptical at a party or something, this could really blow people away.
We're totally running low on cashews. I got to bring like a mass out for not only for us, but for the retreat. Oh man, we're going to have to dump this in it too. You can never do too much sauce.
That's another rule.
Actually, that's not true.
Yeah.
Because I did too much sauce in the kale chips at one time. On video, actually.
Oh.
It was a little.
Was okay.
You thought so? Okay. Well, now that that's happened. Okay. Oh man. Since it's double, just a little bit more. Just a tad little bit. Just a tad bit. Okay. Now we get the covers of the blend tech.
There's one here.
We need one more too. And guys, oh, I gotta put water in here too. Let's do the next really crazy ingredients to take it to the next level. Celery cut up like this.
Tiny pieces.
And onion cut up like this.
Tiny.
This takes it to a whole new cooked food level. I wanted to just load it with more onion than this, but Angela's a little, doesn't like onion that much. And we did, remember, this is, you don't need this much, but this is a huge amount. So and last time I thought it'd even be better if we even used more celery and onion. So I wanted to even up it more. So experiment what's best for you. We're pouring it in, everybody.
Lordy Lord. This is a lot. We're going to be feeding the whole of Vilcabamba with
Do you think we should do more?
more cupcakes.
Okay, I'm gonna mix it and then we'll. See? Okay, so now she recommends
Watch out!
mustard seed stuff. Mustard. She said mustard. And I'm like, mustard? So I just went into our cabinet and I found mustard seed greens or something like in the spice cabinet we have. And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I just did it and threw it in. So let's just put it in.
You used this last time.
I used this last time. Maybe not that much, but.
I liked how the emergency siren went off at the announcement of the mustard seed.
And then she doesn't use cayenne, she uses paprika. And Angela doesn't like cayenne, but I'm not.
I'm okay with cayenne.
Oh, she's okay. I don't even know why I'm even putting cayenne in here because this is going to be a very small amount. And we just discovered the amount. Okay. This is nothing, right? Or what do you think? Is that too much? Okay.
We'll find out.
It gets kind of nerve-wracking, you know? Oh, I'm going to sneeze from that. Ah, it's on my nose. There's like cayenne just like... Okay, guys. So the question is, I didn't do this last time. Should I put any curry in there? No, no curry. And here it comes.
All right. So that's everything.
3. It stopped. I was going to sneeze, but it didn't happen. Okay, so we fill this with water and blend. Maybe I should cut the video so we can blend here. All right. I was just told by upstairs to use the rest of this lime juice. Woo! Okay, blending time. Let's turn this bad boy off for a sec. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay, we're back and blended. Check that out. Smell it. Please. Crazy. This is just cashew cheese, everybody. So we put everything in there, and now we just dump it on.
It's very thick.
Uh-oh. Maybe it'll dehydrate faster. I don't think I made it this thick last time. I don't think it matters.
So there's no overt salt in this recipe. It's just like the kelp, the celery.
Yeah, I don't think she put salt.
Interesting.
And you usually like salt in your stuff.
I do.
And you still like this.
I do.
Like you really liked it.
I really like it.
She's been, can we please make some? Like we gotta do a video.
And what I felt about these as well was to make some kind of like really yummy sauce to go on top of them. Serve them like with a big green salad, and then the crab cakes and some kind of like, I don't know, like a basil garlic sauce or something like that.
Well, Tina Jo does that on her recipe, but I just skipped that part.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chef Tina Jo, she uses forks to do this type of thing, and she
And I
uses
bet she's
spatula.
got a hairnet and everything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh man, we might. This is such a large amount, everybody. We might even have to do more cashew sauce, but I doubt it. But look at this. Oh wow. Okay, so you'll notice that the flax is breading everything.
Wow.
That's like one of the secrets here.
What I like about this as well is when we were eating it, I was saying, I just feel like this is like true innovation, you know, like so many raw food recipes that you see in the books and stuff. It's all just kind of recreations of the same thing over and over again.
Right.
But I feel like this is totally unique. Like, it almost feels like a download from somewhere else, you know? Like,
We found it first. Well, we found it from someone first before.
someone else did.
I'll just shut up.
Yeah, it just feels like there's so much kind of creative flow that went into this, and love, and it's just very unique and amazing.
Oh, that smells so good.
Can you get it off there?
Sure.
Maybe not.
Oh yeah, this is a perfect amount of everything. It always works out that way. I can just feel it. But now I just got to make sure the onion's mixed in well and the celery. So the last time we made this, there's another little thing I do a little bit differently than what I saw in the original recipe, which is when I place it on these tough flakes, you'll see that. But as it was dehydrating, we've had it at every stage from the very beginning until the end. And we loved it at the beginning and even more as it got more dehydrated as the flax hardened more and more. Woo!
Yeah, if you were giving it to kind of newbies, I wouldn't probably give it to them at the semi-dehydrated stage. I would give it to them when it's like totally done.
Right. Look at that. I mean,
That's slop, but it's good slop.
if you come to our retreat, we got to make these. And
yeah.
we're going to make, just so everyone is ready to puke when they're done,
Oh, God.
I'm going to make 10 of these bowls.
Oh my lord. It's going to be the only food served the entire 2 weeks.
No, just one day. Smells so good. Okay, let's see. Do we think we need more of this? I think we're good with celery. Yeah, I think it's perfect amount. Everything is perfect.
But effect.
Look at that. It's like dough. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, Baba did it.
Set some of these out.
Yeah,
All right.
probably do this a little bit more.
I made 10 Tiflic sheets already. Let's see how far we get.
I don't know, do we like put the video out tonight and let these dehydrate overnight, or do we put it out tomorrow and let everyone see it? We could do like a cliffhanger. Coming tomorrow on the Raw Food World TV show.
Have a bubble ones.
Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. So the next part, Chef Tina Jo had a little contraption that was kind of cool, where she didn't need to use her hands like this. It was like this thing you just like stick in here, and then it fills up with the slop, the dough, into like a circle, and then you push a button up here, and the circle comes out onto the
Wow.
Teflon sheet.
She's like a real chef, eh?
Yeah.
She got the goods.
Maybe one day I'll be like that. Okay. But the thing is, with her little thing, which is great depends on your taste. I just like a gooey inside and like as fresh as possible. So they make little crab cakes. I like to make big ones. It was like almost like it was like a hash brown patty, like a big hash brown.
A big hash brown
So
patty.
what I do, that's even bigger than I. What I do is I go like this, and then I kind of like make a pretty little circle out of it. This is actually even a little bit big. I'd say like that. So I make it really, really big.
It's about the diameter of a tennis ball, but it's flat.
Right. And then I do 3 on each Teflon sheet.
Rows of 3.
Yeah.
3 rows of 3.
Or maybe, yeah, 3 rows of 3. And I test different sizes just to see what tastes better. They're all actually really good. But the bigger they are, the longer it takes to dehydrate, and that being said. And then I sat here and went like this and like made it into a circle and pretty and flat as can be. Like that. That's huge.
No hairnets! Everybody's gonna die!
No gloves! Ah! He's breathing! Okay. Okay, so I gotta find a fast way to do this. We're just gonna figure this out, guys. That's it, man. You just gotta put it on and then do it later. That's the secret.
It's kind of like the way that Bubba writes things. Like he just writes it and then he edits it later.
Ah.
Whereas Jill is like an editing, retentive idiot. She has to edit the entire time while she's writing. And then it's all rubbish, isn't
How
it?
do you do that?
Because I'm not editing as I go. You probably got too much on your hands because you were squidging it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I wash my hands and then start over?
Mm.
Okay. 1 tray done, guys. Oh my goodness, look at all that. Okay, this is where I go nutso. I could do an entire recipe for the raw food world, but when it comes to this sort of thing, okay.
You don't get no satisfaction squishing crab cakes for no transaction. No.
Ooh, this is so much fun.
Just think how delicious they're going to be.
All right. I can handle it.
Maybe people are going to make this for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up. Actually, she made this right during Thanksgiving.
See? It's a natural Thanksgiving crowd-winning teaser.
And again, guys, the zucchini is like really finely shredded in that food processor, which is awesome. So it's like, takes it to a whole new level. Just take some of that and put it there.
You got to have some space in your dehydrator between the layers because you can see they're quite high. They're not like...
Right, well, if you did it
flat.
Tina Joe's way, it might be a little different.
But if you're doing it this way, you might want to kind of
You gotta try it this way, guys. I just love it.
be aware how much you're making.
Do half and half.
What do you mean?
They could do it our way and Chef Tina Joe's way.
I just mean don't fill up like all 9 of your dehydrator trays and then you realize you can't fit them all in.
Right.
Because they're all stacked up.
Just so everybody can see, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays done, and look at all this. That was only half of what I just pulled up. Wow, I'm really excited about this.
I guess, when they're ready, we can just take them out and put them in an airtight container in the fridge. Right, Bubba?
Yeah.
But you could even freeze them.
It's the best right out of the dehydrator, though.
Yeah.
That's why we're eating it all the time. We finished them before we were done. We could just put it on, I think it'd be best to just even store it in the dehydrator, like on 1095 or something. So it's like
1095? 95.
Wow, we're moving. 2 people, rocket. Okay, this is kind of,
Kind of.
well, it was fun until I realized I finished 2 trays and you're on your 4th tray.
Well, that's no fun.
Maybe I'm going to work on yours a little bit to make it more flat. I guess there's
Specialized.
these are actually really good. It's probably even better the way you did it. Wow, we might. Oh, for the doggers.
You know, when I was growing up, I would always purposefully let part of my food fall on the floor because I thought that it was for the food gods of the floor. And then when I was a bit older, I found out that there's some society in the world that actually does that. And now I can't remember where it was or who it was, but they also purposefully put food on the floor every meal they make, kind of like honoring the earth for what it's given us, and like a kind of offering in some way. So that's, I guess, our crab cake offering just landed on the floor.
Did you just say you used to let food drop on the floor for the food gods of the floor? Is that what?
Bye-bye.
Okay, this is where I believe the human consciousness is all connected. Because Angela sometimes comes up with, like, to me, the weirdest things that are totally original, never been said before, like the food gods from the floor. But something's going on there because she just, like, you could go on the internet and find anything.
What does that mean?
There's a tribal society that have food gods for dropping food on the floor. I'm not crazy.
I don't think I read it on the internet. I think I like saw it in a documentary.
Okay, but I got a question about it all.
Okay.
So, even when you gained all that weight, were you still dropping food to the food gods?
Because you got to honor the food gods of the floor.
But even when you were overweight, you did
Yeah.
that? So you were willing to give up some of your food for the food gods when you were overweight, when you were completely obsessed.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about faith and showing like how powerful faith is, because Angela was dropping food to the food gods.
What about it?
You know what's so interesting? As long as I've known Angela for, you think you know everything about her. But it's not the case. Every day, she's telling me of a new job that she's had. You should hear all the different things she's done. It's crazy. And I'm like, wait. I have this like 100 job list I have from her in my head, data banks. And I'm just like, it's like I don't even know you. Who are you?
You can never know somebody else fully. Isn't it fun, the kind of never-ending adventure?
Putting the crab cakes on the gimbals?
Yeah.
It is kind of fun when you stop stressing about it.
We're pretty much done here.
What happened to this one, Baba? This will be the experiment one.
Yeah, they're really big on that tray.
Those are going to be good. It's just like more doughy stuff. Okay.
All right.
So what do we do with this last bit?
Try and...
Get it on. Okay, so now we just throw it in the dehydrator. Chef Tina Joe recommends putting it in the dehydrator for 2 hours at 125 degrees. I know that's past the enzyme temperature, but it takes time to destroy enzymes, and it doesn't automatically... I know people have talked about you could do that for a certain period of time without it messing the food up.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And these are even bigger. So 125 is not going to touch it. We're putting it in. I'm going to wash my hands. And we'll come back to the finished product. Or should we put them in the dehydrator? Do people want to see us put them in the dehydrator? Okay, we'll come back to you with the finished product. Me? And then I'll turn the camera off in a second.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I think people are liking the video right now.
The mandala one?
No, the one that we're doing right this second as we the camera's still on. Remember I did that your birthday party video that was like 40 minutes long, and I was just sitting there doing a recipe, and people are like, "Oh, I like it." It's kind of like we're just hanging out. They started opening their mail, opening envelopes. They get to see Angela actually putting the stuff in the dehydrator now. They get to see me spilling cayenne all over the place. Dry my hands, and then we'll turn the camera off. All right. Bravo! We're back, everybody. The smell in here is just divine. What do you think, babe?
Thanks, Ray.
Should we show them the creation?
You gonna cook?
Coco
Yes.
Araya's naked, so we're not gonna. Okay. Oh man, look at this, guys. This is like seriously cooked food. Look at that.
Wow. They're holding up good.
Here, let's show them this one. This is like, you can see like the little pieces in there. Onion, celery. This is just like, oh man, this is so good.
I want to try it.
It's too late for me to eat right now. I'll be, And it's got a long more time in the dehydrator, like another day, but
So
it'll probably be like another 36 hours in the dehydrator for as big as we make it. And every stage tastes good. It just gets better and better and better. So we could eat these until they just get to a crunch.
ridiculous. It's just like when we made them before, maybe even better.
Why? More celery, onion, can you see? More pieces in there?
Just yummers. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of this curry amazing sauce that I made on
She's
it.
going crazy over that too.
Wow.
This is another recipe we stole from the internet.
Bravo, Raya!
Bravo, bravo!
All right,
How is it with that?
it's really good. We'll tell you this recipe too, maybe one day.
All right. So who do we got over there? The little, beautiful, perfect, precious, pretty princess, Araya Berry Monarch.
Araya Berry Monarch.
Angela Stokes Monarch. And Dada!
Hooray!
And we'll see you
Okay,
next
I'm
time
getting dragged away.
at the Raw Food World TV show.
Araya.
Listo! Listo!
Thanks, Raya. Thank you.
Okay, guys, the lighting in here is way better. Check these crab cakes out. Oh man, look at that. Look at it. And we're just gonna flip them over. All the pieces inside of there. It's just crazy. It's just like breaded crab cakes. See? It's not so. It's cooked food. Look at that. Oh my god, I'm salivating. Just gotta turn them all over. I'm having like 10 of these tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.